Believe me, at the beginning, I was not there. I was like struggling, like just seeing myself in the mirror with my natural hair.
What's up, people? Jheri J here. Hey, and if you want to take control of your 4C hair life, start today. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Let's jump in.
So we are back with another episode of Twist and Snitch, and this is thankful to Miss Richardson. I absolutely appreciate your feedback, so we're going to do another episode. And in this episode, I thought that I would answer 10 of the most common questions that I get, but I want you to stay tuned because a lot of these questions I can tell that there's some insecurities that goes along with them. And I know this because I used to ask the same questions myself. So before we jump into the snitching, right, where I tell you everything, let's talk about how to make natural hair soft first. First step is deep conditioning. So taking down the twist here, my hair is freshly washed and deep conditioned. And this is how it's looking with the product rinsed out. I rinse out my hair and twist, but for the most part, the product came out. Now, the deep condition absolutely hydrates your hair, and you want to add a little bit more hydration, so we're going to use a leave-in. So taking just a little bit of my leave-in, I'm just going to put that onto my hair. Now, I recently made a video about the lock method explained, and that's exactly the method that I'm using today. So if you want actual details about the lock method, I encourage you at the end of this video, go ahead and check that out. I'll have a link at the end. So now that we have the leave-in applied, I am just going to separate my hair into two sections here. So the goal now is to seal in that hydration. And we do that by adding a sealant. And that is in the form of an oil and butter. Now, most people, depending on like your porosity and your hair type, don't need both. However, I am 4C and I use both. So taking just a little bit of my oil here. So we're going to take a little bit of our cream here and just add it on. Now, when it comes to making natural hair soft, if I just leave my hair just like this, it's prone to dry out faster because the air would just deplete all that hard work that I put into it. So what you want to do is kind of trap in that hydration and that moisture by just simply twisting up your hair. You want your length or the ends of your hair to be the most moisturized as possible because you want them to stay with you. Now let's get into the snitching. These are common questions that I'm asked in the comment section below. So let's jump into number one. And as I'm answering these questions, I'm going to see if I can do two things at once. I'm going to still moisturize my hair so that you can see that I just repeat the process over and over and try to read at the same time. First question. Jheri, can you tell us what oils are in your DIY blend? Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, you guys see this pretty often, right? Mainly vitamin E. And that's 100% vitamin E, nothing that's like, filtered with other stuff. So, yeah. I do not sell my oils. No, I don't. Because I have not tested it on other people other than my family, my kids and my sister. But I do give them away in the monthly giveaway in our Natural Hair Life Facebook group. And this is just how it looks. I have it in this bottle because it's easier for me to, you know, squeeze. But in the Natural Hair Life group, if you win a giveaway, you will receive a sample of my DIY oil. What products do you use so that you don't have to refresh? Great question. I actually made a video about my staple products, but let me say this first, okay? Because somebody's going to use those products and be like, oh, I still got to refresh. No, that's not how it works. I don't have to refresh because my hair is at its healthiest. If I was in the beginning of my journey, right, and using these products, I would still have to refresh. Like, simple. I would just still have to refresh because my hair wasn't at its healthiest. So I don't want to mislead you when I say I don't refresh midweek. I don't because my hair is at its healthiest, and I did that by repeating my lock method, deep conditioning, weekly. Especially starting out. If you are just starting out and your hair is not like even like mid healthy, and I don't even know if that's a term, but if your hair is like damaged, I'm not one to lie to you and say use these products and you're not going to have to refresh. I'm telling you, there's going to take some time to get your hair to its healthiest, and then you would notice that you would have to refresh less depending on your actual length. I need to know how to make my hair softer because when I put products on, it dries out and it looks hard and crunchy. Okay, great. Well, you are on the right video. Like, this is exactly how I make my natural hair soft. I do the lock method weekly. And not only that, it's part of putting products on your hair and actually trapping in that moisture. So don't think that you can just apply it and, you know, you wear any type of style and think your hair is going to be moisturized for weeks. Like, it doesn't work like that, right? I always suggest when you do finish moisturizing your hair, lock method, whatever you want to call it, you keep your twist or your Bantu knots in for at least 24 hours and allow the products to soak into your strands. Not just about products, it's also about techniques. It's also about having healthy habits. Like, it's a lot that goes into it. It's not just one simple answer at all. How long did it take you to grow your hair to, you know, this length, and what stage did you start? You know, offhand, I really can't say. I don't remember the year. I think it was 2006. Either 14 or 16. I'll post it on the screen here. I have a video up where I actually show you my natural hair journey. So I'll link that in the cards and in the description box below. But just so you know how I started. So I would say it took me a little bit over 6 years to get my hair to its healthiest and at this length. Mistakes included, right? Next question, would love to see your son hair too. I think this question is from the last video where I stated that you have to have different techniques of moisturizing your natural hair depending on your actual length. So someone who's a TWA who has like a teeny weeny afro cannot expect to refresh once a week. Like, you can't bank on doing that because your hair is shorter and there's no way for you to trap in that moisture. So I talked about my son having a TWA and how I moisturize his hair daily. So I'll show you a picture of how his hair looks, and he's featured in some of my videos. So, I mean, be sure to check that out too. Next question is, when are we going to get a length check? I don't do length checks, and the reason why I don't do that is because I'm not concerned about the length of my hair. Like, great, it's long, I'm happy, you know, I love to see my results. However, I don't do length checks. Like, I mean, and just to be honest, some things that you're not going to see on this channel, you're not going to see me applying heat to my hair. You're never going to see me straightening my hair. You're never going to see me doing a length check. You're never going to see me like following, you know, trends like the Dollar Tree products, you know, on natural hair type trends. Like, you're never going to see that on my natural hair, because I'm more concerned about the health of my natural hair than the length. And great is long, you know, fantastic. However, I don't have any desire to show how long my hair is. Like, I truly don't have any desire for that. So you're probably never going to see a length check. Now, how long does it take for you to moisturize and wash your hair and twist it and all that good stuff, right? Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Like, I can't tell you in hours how long it takes for me to moisturize, twist, and stuff, because I do it in like a number of days. So the first day, I'm detangling this side of my hair. The second day, I'm detangling this side of my hair, because detangling takes forever for me, like truly forever, because I take my time. So in order to use my energy wisely, I separate detangling from wash days. And detangling a lot of times take 2 days for me. And I'm not suggesting that you do the same. I'm not suggesting that at all. I mean, you have to do what works for you. But what works for me is conserving my energy to not allow detangling to take up a full day, because I have other stuff to do, right? So I actually did time how long it takes me because of this question, and it takes me a little over an hour and 16 minutes to like wash, shampoo, and deep condition my hair. So that's the amount of time that I actually spend in the shower. Now, as far as deep conditioning goes, I mean, it really just depends on, like, you know, what I have to do, how long I deep condition, because that truly can range. I mean, I never keep my deep conditioner in 30 minutes. You know, it's normally like an hour at minimum, to sometimes 6 hours. Sometimes I gotta go to work when I deep condition, and just that's what it is, you know? So I don't know how long it takes me to wash, deep condition, and twist my hair. I don't know. I just know it takes days. How many twists do you put your hair in after you wash? And is, you know, that your go-to style? The only styles I wear is, you know, twist, and I let them out. That's it, you know? And that's because I'm confident in my natural hair. Like, I don't need certain styles to make me feel a certain way about like how my natural hair looks. And, you know, I get it. Sometimes you don't want to be boring with your natural hair, yet I'm okay with being boring with my natural hair. First of all, wash day take too long, right? It just takes too long. And by the time I'm done deep conditioning and moisturizing, I'm ready to twist this up and I'm ready to go about my day. So, I mean, styling is just not a priority to me. Don't get me wrong. There are certain special events where I'm just like, okay, let me try, right? Like Valentine's Day, and maybe like a birthday, somebody else's birthday, not mine. But for the most part, I'm okay with twisting and just letting it out. And I'm not saying that, you know, if you're not okay with just like a twist out, that you're ashamed of your natural hair. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, for me, my only go-to styles are twist and let out. As far as how many twists I put in my hair, don't count. Like, I really don't count. Next question is, can you straighten your hair? Solid answer, no. There are certain risks when it comes to applying heat to your natural hair. And I'm just not willing to take those risks, if that makes sense. Now, which leads me to my next point. And I'm probably not going to like post this on the screen at all, but, and this is not even a question. It's comments that I see where people say, hey, there's still some discomfort with like just seeing my natural hair. And we talked about like hiding your natural hair because you're just not, you know, you're just not confident in it, right? And I talked about how could you ever accept something that you never see. But hear me, I understand it. Like, I understand it to the fullest. And I wouldn't even address this if I didn't see more than 5 people state this. So I know it's an issue. 1, because I experienced it myself. And 2, because more than 5 people said it. So this is what I would recommend that you do. Take a picture of yourself with your natural hair, okay? And save it as the wallpaper to your cell phone. Nobody else has to see it. Nobody else matters, right? I want you to look at that picture every time you open up that phone with your natural hair until you get comfortable with it. Now, I'm not saying wear your natural hair out. Do what makes you feel comfortable. It's you. You know, you have to do what's best for you. I'm not saying wear your natural hair out. If you're hiding your hair under wigs, and I say hiding because I don't know how to sugarcoat anything. But if you're wearing wigs to hide your hair or weave or sew-ins or, you know, whatever, continue wearing it. Continue wearing it. But I want you to look at yourself on that wallpaper every day until you're comfortable wearing it. Nobody else has to see it. Nobody else has to see it. Only you. And that's because you are the only person that matters when it comes to being comfortable with your own natural hair. So those are the common questions that I get when I read the comment section below. Believe me, I read everybody comment. Even if you respond to somebody else, I still read it. So even if I might not like respond, I'll heart it and let you know that I've seen it. And if you need help, that's me showing you. If you need help, reach out to me. If you haven't heard, we have a group on Facebook called My Natural Hair Life. And I say we because this is not just my channel, right? We are here to share our best practices. We are here to uplift one another. Like, if you don't know by now, I truly care about your success with your natural hair and you accepting your natural hair more than any product review, more than any like sponsorship deal that I may get in the future. Call me. But I really do care about you being comfortable with your own natural hair. So you're welcome to inbox me. You're welcome to join the Facebook group. I encourage you to join the Facebook group because there are certain things that I don't know. I'm not coming on here saying that I know everything. You should follow all of my advice. No, those ladies teach me every day about something new with natural hair in that Facebook group. And I'm so appreciative to that. Like, I'm so thankful for all of those ladies. So if you have any other questions for me that I didn't answer today, please leave it in the comments below. That's all I get. If you haven't seen the first video of how to make natural hair soft, it is on the screen for you. And we are on our natural hair growth journey for 2020. Have you accepted the challenge? If not, why not? It's because you didn't see the video. I know, I got you. So go ahead, click on that video. Let's grow together.